Impeachment fever. It's happening. It's finally happening.
We're doing it, folks.
Pelosi has announced that they will begin impeachment hearings, I guess, against Donald Trump as it relates to this Ukraine kerfuffle. And I just generally, Jonathan, just what are your thoughts on this? Is this long overdue, strategically wise, politically unsound? I mean, I don't know. What do you make of it?
I mean, obviously, every president of the United States should be impeached 87 times. Donald Trump should be impeached, have been, this point, have been impeached, 10 times that many times. It is kind of incredible that he is willing to, get on the phone when he does, in fact, apparently know. He's not so stupid that he doesn't know that there are, 37 people on both ends of the call listening in. And say this, it is amazing. He just doesn't understand that America has any laws. So anyway, I mean, I'd like to see him impeached. I would like to see every U.S. president retroactively impeached, which actually is possible. You can do that. You can impeach people after they leave office. So impeach them all, I say.
I mean, the phone call thing is so funny because they released it's not even a transcript of the phone call. It's a summary of the phone call of what he described as, quote, a perfect phone call.
It's a perfect. It was the most beautiful phone call you've ever seen.
It was a perfect phone call. And even the summary of it was seems to very just blatantly sort of state a quid pro quo for,
No, that's the thing. It doesn't say anything because he speaks gibberish because his brain is pudding. That's the defense of Trump that will prevent anything from ever, because the dream for these people, the dream for Democrats is, well, people are going to see this obvious corruption, and even Republicans are going to be like, I can't defend this anymore. But Trump never speaks in complete sentences or legible sentences. So how are you ever supposed to get any handful of people, let alone a supermajority of Congress or the American public, to agree on the content of anything he says? Because it's totally a Rorschach test. What does he mean? Many people have pointed out, when you read those transcripts and you ask somebody which of these people is English their second language, they would not think it was the Ukrainian guy.
Yeah, but knowing what you do know and reading that, he pretty clearly states.
No, he's it'd be fantastic because there was a prosecutor. He was very good and we love him. And this is bad, very bad now. And we want to help. It's very good. We love it. It's just gibberish. He talks in gibberish.
Well, again, it's a summary of the phone call. So, if that's what they released to exonerate him, you can imagine what's on the actual.
I just love the idea that we're going to impeach Trump to protect Hunter Biden's insane corruption. This is fantastic. The only thing that's gonna wake the slumbering machinery of accountability in government is a threat against one of the disgusting, no talent, shithead, fail son, corrupt cokehead scions. Maybe getting pinched for just going to a fucking foreign country and being like, hi, I will have $1 million, please. Yeah, I'm the vice president's son. That's a total coincidence.
Matt,
and that's what we're going to defend. That's what you're going to get him down for. Hunter Biden Defense Squad.
Matt, I'm pretty upset to hear you talk about Hunter like this.
Look, we love him and he's cool. Obviously, he's personally cool, but he's also a barnacle on the whole of American democracy. He's an avatar of all of the unspoken, deep corruption that greases the wheels of politics, not only in this country, but throughout the entire world. It's the thing that keeps the Atlantic imperial system going, is this kind of glad handing and kid hiring.
Look, I have no idea how this is going to all turn out. It's, very, complex series of reactions and political calculations. But if you're looking for my quick hot take, I think impeachment is good in this regard because, one, it will give Donald Trump and everyone who's obsessively watches MSNBC a kind of busy box to play with and distract with him, and I think the more pressure Trump gets under, it's hard to say his behavior has been steadfast until now, but I think it's good to kind of put him in a vice, but also, if you believe he's done all these things, at some point you do have to just impeach him.
I mean, it's the House Democrats. They're bad. If they're deciding to do something, it's probably bad.
Right. And the thing that gives me pause is the thing I've read earlier today is that Nancy Pelosi says that they're only going to focus on this Ukraine thing, which seems bad, and not all of his other crimes, not just have it be an open investigation into all the law breaking he's done. Because if you're going to go into the general election and your silver bullet against Trump is literally something Joe Biden and his kid also did, or like it's just competing levels of corruption.
Yeah, that worked so well the last time.
Yeah, that's a dicier proposition. But anyway, John read this whole book, so about Samantha Power. So I don't want to belabor impeachment too much, other than, but it's happening.
Yeah, it is incredible to think of like Joe Biden being the nominee and running on the platform of, like, I'll take us back from these horrible days of Trump's lurid, insane corruption and return us to the banal, more day-to-day corruption that we had before, especially with my son. Like, that's just not a winning policy.